Sam, let's get to the rapid fire questions. I know you want to start with this one.
Yeah,
we're going to
rapid fire.
Americans.
So we've got 20 Americans in the draw, so we're not gonna go 10 minutes on each of them. What we want here is one sentence on each player and how they're looking right now at the French Open. One sentence.
This will get me in trouble.
We're gonna start with Ben Shelton.
I love Ben. I think he, it's amazing to me. Only one sentence. Jeez.
One sentence. Yeah. I love Ben. Next question.
Great. I love Ben. Great. This is fun.
Come on.
Coco Gauff.
Love Coco. Second serve needs to help her out a little bit.
I agree on that. Okay, so before we go to the next one, how is the second serve? Come on, how is it going to get better? Just give me something on that.
Yeah, the toss gets too forward. It has to come back. Not even like a traditional kick, because that's not the way she hits it. Shoulders need to close a little bit. Toss needs to come back kind of over her head a little bit. If you reach for a second serve, you can't create the spin profile to get clearance over the net. It's all just positioning. The swing is fine. Everything else is fine. She just kind of contorts herself and kind of falls into the second serve, and you can't really create the spin that you need for margin.
We are on the same wavelength with that one. All right, Danielle Collins, or as we like to call her, Danimal.
Surprised she just lost.
Yeah.
But she's been phenomenal. I can't wait to see her. I mean, Clay's not, that's like that natural footing thing. She's not a natural mover on clay. Roland Garros is a different animal for us, not native movers on clay.
Yeah. It's a shame that she lost, because I thought she could have done a little bit more damage here. But anyway.
Yep.
Absolutely. How about Madison Keys?
I love Madison Keys. I think I like her against most players not named Swiatek right now.
Yeah. Maddie seems to run into that buzzsaw quite often later in tournaments. Okay, let's get to Taylor Fritz, or as he likes to call himself, Clayler.
I like how dedicated he is. Like he doesn't get road fatigue. He seems like he's committed to clay. I don't know that he has kind of the natural, feel in and out of the corners. But I like him. You could get him getting to the last 8 here. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. How about the most likable guy on tour, Tommy Paul?
I love Tommy. I think, okay, Tommy Paul, I think he has the best transition game in men's tennis this side of Alcaraz.
Yeah, meaning going into the net. And he's really tried to work on that a lot this year. And I love it. He's talked publicly about, I go watch the film of Patrick Rafter, of Stefan Edberg, figuring out. And it's really nice to hear that, because some of the things that's difficult about moving forward, I mean, you two wouldn't know, because, you were so great at the net, the both of you, is like actually learning how to move forward and what to move forward on. I think looking at some of the old film is a really good idea. So he's done a great job there. All right,
one just real quick with Tommy. I think one of the biggest things too is like he doesn't have the weight of shot. He doesn't have the serve. He doesn't have like that knockout punch that you're like trying to stay away from all the time. So by him interjecting kind of the crush and rust coming in, it just gives you something to think about. And he's using it as a weapon. I love what he's done.
Yeah, and he's so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, Francis Tiafoe.
Needs to turn it around a little bit. And I think he's not going to be able to get off of that clay fast enough. You know what I was talking about with that train to London? That's going to be a good trip for him.
He's already on it, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say he could be on it already.
Good.
Let's go one more. Sebastian Korda. He's kind of quietly behind some of those other names, but seems to go out there, get a lot of wins, get a lot of results. What do you say about him?
The eye test tells me he's top 10, but his ranking always disagrees with me. When you watch him, he's smooth. I think he leaves a lot on the table with his serve, especially at 6'5". I'd like to see some freedom of that elbow to where he can actually get some torque on it. It feels like he kind of goes a little bit T-Rex on it. It's a little bit too close, but I love the way he moves. It just seems like once a set, all of a sudden he makes 2 errors and he's down love 30 trying to get through service games.
Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously, the wrist injury has really affected him over the last couple of years. It's affected the forehand. You can sort of see it in his face. He looks just a little dejected from time to time. And it's such a shame because, he was just having such a great career there for a little while until that injury really hurt him. But he is still part of the best sporting family in the world, let's face it. Although, sadly, his sister, Nelly Korda, had a 10 on a par 3 today. So she's really knocked herself out of the US Open contention.
Oh, what a loser.
I mean, have you ever had a 10 at a par 3? Look at you. You're so disgusted. You're
Sorry,
like,
I pulled my cord and it just everything went over. I'm sure I've had a 10 on everything on the golf course. 5s, 4s, 3s. I don't discriminate.